Hey guys, today we're going to be making a sausage sauce, and it's going to be a spicy sausage sauce which is going to go great with any kind of pasta that you want to make it with. Personally, I'm going to make it with pen pasta later on. I'm going to put this in the fridge for tomorrow. I'm going to make it with pen pasta, but if you want to use spaghetti, fettuccine, rigatoni, any kind of pasta you want, it's going to go absolutely great with this recipe. It's just your basic kind of bolognese type sauce, but instead of using mincemeat, we're going to be using spicy sausage meat, preferably Italian sausage, but if you can't get your hands on that, like personally I couldn't as well, then any kind of spicy sausage is going to be great here. For example, Cumberland sausage, or the sausages that I'm using today, which is a pork and sweet chili sausage. So any kind of spicy sausage meat that you can get your hands on, then that's going to be absolutely fine with this. We're just going to be using the sausage meat, so we'll be squeezing that out of the sausage casing itself. And let's just have a look at the ingredients that we're going to be using as well in this kind of bolognese sausage type sauce. Right guys, so ingredients wise, what we're going to be putting into this, first of all, is a single red onion. We're going to be coarsely, finely chopping that onion. Just chop it to the level that you want, or you're comfortable with chopping it too. So if it's chunky, don't mind about that. But if you can chop it up fine, all the better. If not, don't worry. I'm going to be using 2 cloves of garlic as well here, just normal garlic. We're going to be using a 400 gram tin of chopped tomatoes, not peel plum, chopped tomatoes. It's going in that. We're also going to use some chili flakes, so any kind of ground, dried chili flakes that you can find in your supermarket or grocers. That's going to go absolutely fine with this. We're going to be using oregano or oregano if you're American. That's going to pop in there. If you can get the fresh stuff, even better. I know it's a little hard to come by in the major supermarkets in the UK, but if you can get the fresh stuff, use it. I'm using the dry stuff. It's not a major difference here, but the fresh is best. We're also going to be using some extra virgin olive oil as well. We're going to be popping that into the pan just before we put anything in there. And the main ingredient here is sausage meat. Now, we're going to be using 4 fattish kind of sausages here. I've got pork and sweet chili sausages, but really any kind of spicy sausage that you can get, preferably Italian sausage if you can find it, if your butcher does that. You're probably not going to find that in the supermarkets, but if you can, great. If not, any kind of sausage with spice, chilies in it, that's what we're going for here, is a bit of heat, a bit of spice in the recipe. So any kind of spicy sausage that you can find is really what we're looking for here. We're just going to squeeze the sausage meat out of all these sausages into a bowl. Okay, so we've got our onion finely chopped and diced there. Next thing we're going to be doing is the garlic. Chop up, it doesn't need to be finely sliced, just as long as it's kind of chopped up a good bit there. We're going to keep it separate from the onion. Give that a wee chop. Okay guys, next thing we're going to do is take our sausages out. I'm just going to take the end off the sausage here. And we're just going to be squeezing the sausage meat out of its casing into the bowl here. Just want to get that out. Clean hands. Just get as much of it out of the casing as you can. And we're going to do that for all our sausages. Right, so we've got all our sausage meat into the bowl here. Next thing we're going to do, we're just going to add in the garlic that we've chopped up to the sausage. And with clean hands, I'm just going to give that a good kind of mix around. Okay guys, we've got a saucepan, normal size saucepan on a medium heat with a couple of lugs of olive oil in there. First thing we're going to do, we're going to add a red onion in there, chopped up coarsely or finely. And we're just going to fry that off for about 6 to 8 minutes. And using some computer trickery, we're going to come back in 6 to 8 minutes and see what it's looking like. Okay, so our onion's been starting to brown away for about 6 to 8 minutes. Next thing we're going to add in is our sausage meat mixed with the garlic. We're going to cook this for around about 8 to 10 minutes. Just keeping an eye on it, make sure it's not starting to burn. Just letting the sausage kind of brown up. Okay, so our sausage is cooking away now for it's 8 to 10 minutes. As it's cooking away, we're keeping an eye on it. We're just going to be breaking it up with the spoon or spatula if you're using a spatula. The sausage is going to come out in kind of big chunks, so we want to break that up into little pieces. So just run through it with the spoon just to get like a good break up, and we'll come back and have a look at it when it's finished cooking for about 8 to 10 minutes. Right guys, so sausage meat, our onions obviously and our garlic have been cooking away now for around about 8 to 10 minutes, just until the sausage is cooked. And as we've been cooking it, we've been breaking it up with the spoon as well, so it's nice and chopped up here. Next thing we're going to be adding into this here, as I mentioned, chili flakes or dried chili flakes. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of those in, so just a teaspoon, pop those in there. We're going to add in 3 teaspoons of oregano or oregano if you're American. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to add in our tin of chopped tomatoes as well. Give that a stir, so it's all nice and mixed in. We're then going to turn the heat up to its maximum. We're going to bring it to the boil. Once it's at the boil and it's boiling away, we're then going to turn the heat right down. Just let it start to simmer, so it's boiling away quite quickly there because the heat's already not quite high on this. Just give that a good mix around. Once it's starting to boil, crank the heat right down to its minimum. Let it simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay guys, so our sauce has been simmering away for about 4 to 5. This looks about 5 minutes now. Just going to give it one last kind of stir. I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm going to add in a bit of seasoning, so a good pinch of salt, good pinch of pepper, and separate spoon. We're just going to give that a wee taste. Bit more salt. Now obviously if you're cooking this with pasta, you can go ahead and serve this straight away, it's absolutely fine. I'm personally going to leave this to cool down, going to put it in some Tupperware dishes, put it in the fridge, and I'm going to reheat it tomorrow when I'll cook it with some pen pasta. I think I'll probably do a quick video for that as well, just to show you me cooking it with the pen pasta and how it's like when it's finally served as well. So keep an eye out for that guys. Thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed this sausage sauce. Do remember it is a spicy sauce, so if spicy things don't agree with you, this is probably not the one to make. There's a lot of spice, a lot of chili in this sauce, so there's a lot of heat in it as well. It's not going to be for you if you don't like that kind of thing, but if you do, go ahead and make it. Maybe try adding in some other chilies as well, using some extra spicy sausages. That'll be great. Let me know how you got on in the comments section. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you like the video as well, and leave your comments and let me know how you got on guys. Thanks very much for watching the video tonight. Thank you.